It's highly recommended that students who are preparing for exams go to sleep and sleep for 6 hours instead of cramming for those same amount of time. Their performance on tests is better if they sleep instead of doing additional study. So we have scientific evidence of the benefits of sleep. And I think that sometimes when people are really burned out, it's actually hard for them to sleep. The sleep is a fundamentally disrupted. That's one of the problems because the depressed mind or anxious mind will have a hard time getting to sleep. And that we need to target that therapeutically, so that you can sleep. But the first thing, the easiest thing is just to give yourself sleep opportunity. A, recognize that, yes, I'm a human being. I need sleep. Sleep would be beneficial to me. And two, say I'm going to give myself the opportunity to sleep, meaning I have a bedtime and a wake up time that allow for a human amount of sleep, which is 7 to 9 hours a day. If you can do both of those things, and then once you're in the bed, you have trouble falling asleep, then you may want to seek consultation, with someone who can help you work on that insomnia. But most of us, step one and step two would be a big change from our current habits.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I mean, I think a lot of people struggle to sleep, but they don't even give themselves that opportunity to get 7 to 9 hours. I mean, that opportunity is not even there because they're up watching TV or for whatever reason they're postponing it. And it's easy to do because you're not dealing with the repercussions that first day. But after, a week of doing that, you're not thinking as clearly. I talked with a paramedic on the show that was dealing with suicidality, and sleep actually fixed all that for him. That was one component that fixed it for him, was actually getting an adequate amount of sleep. He could think clearly and wasn't having those thoughts anymore just by getting a good night's rest.
And I realize that a lot of us have very busy lives, and finding 7 to 9 uninterrupted hours may be impossible. And if that is your situation, moms who cannot go to bed until their children go to bed and then have to wake up when their children wake up, and then somebody's got to do the laundry sometime, there are realities that we may not be able to get that opportunity. Those are sort of the math problems that I sometimes work with people to solve once they have said, this is a problem. I'm not sleeping enough. The lie that we believe that keeps people from actually even taking that first step is like, my body doesn't need sleep, right? How many people have you heard say that?
Mm-hmm.
And that I do think you're right. That's sneaky because on a 1 day or 2 day basis, you may not feel it, or you can overcome it with stimulant like coffee or energy drink. But over time, it's really going to erode your ability to have higher executive functioning, to have, the ability to like not be so reactive.